Okay.
ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधेतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। We have seen that ब्रह्म एव अहम् अस्मि इति ज्ञानेन इति अप्रोक्षज्ञानेन निखिलकर्म बन्धविनिर्मुक्तः स्यात्। कः? जीवन्मुक्तः. So he becomes free from all the bondage of karma. Karma is karma phala. Then after that came the topic of karma. Here karma is karma phala. So under this topic karma phala, we are discussing the three types of karma phala which a jivan mukta, that is a jnani, has, and what happens to those three karma. First we discussed in general what are the three types of karma and how these three karma manifest in the life of a jiva. Not only in this life, in the whole cycle of jiva. And what happens to those and how it manifests in the life of jivan mukta. That is what we are saying now. The three types of karma being the same, how it manifests in the life of a jnani and ajnani, that we are saying now. In fact, the text Tattvabodha discusses about the three types of karma in particular to jivan mukta. We don't have to discuss with regard to a jiva because that is we know. Jiva has got all the three types of karma. Prarabdha is that is what responsible for this life, the current life which is going on. And Sanchita, of course, it is there, it is in store, that a portion of Sanchita will decide the next course of Janma. And whatever karma he does in this life, whether it is a good karma or bad karma, that manifests or that will be manifest either in this life in the form of a favorable or unfavorable situations, or it will be carried to the next. It will be added to the Sanchita karma which will decide the next course of Janma. This is how the whole scheme of karma is. Karma is also the order of Ishvara. This is the order of Ishvara. So now, under the topic of karma, we have discussed certain things. 3 types of karma. What happened to those karma with regard to the jnani. So we will read again the sentences starting from karmani katividani santi. So you can repeat after me. Karmani katividani santi iti chet.
Karmani katividani santi chet.
Agami sanchita prarabdha bhedena trividhani santi.
Agami sanchita prarabdha bhedena trividhani santi.
There is a TV volume or some volume which can
Yeah.
Agami karma kim.
Agami karma kim.
Jnanotpatti anantaram jnanide kritam punyapaparupam karma yadasti tat agami ityabhijiyate.
Jnanotyantaram jnanideha kritam punyapaparupam karma yadasti tadagami agami ityabhijiyate.
You should not have difficulty in reading the text now.
No, it's not.
Sanchitam karma kim.
Sanchitam karma kim.
Ananta koti janmanam bijabhutam sat yat karma jatam purvarjitam tishtati tat sanchitam nyeyam.
Ananta koti janmanam bijabhutam sat yat karma jatam purvarjitam tishtati tat sanchitam nyeyam.
Prarabdham karma kim iti chet.
Prarabdham karma kim iti chet.
Idam shariram utpadya idaloke evam sukha dukkhadi pratam yat karma tat prarabdham.
Idam shariram utpadya
loka eva sukha dukkhadi pradam yat karma tat prarabdham.
Bhogena ashtam bhavati prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshayaha iti.
Bhogena nashtam bhavatiti prarabdha karmanam bhogadi eva kshaya iti.
Okay. Bhogat eva kshayaha.
Bhogat eva. Kshaya iti.
So now we can mute it. This is the line we were discussing in the last class. Prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshayaha iti. That is the exhaustion of prarabdha karma. It is only by experience. Bhoga. Bhogat eva kshayaha. Kshidatu. Kshayaha. That which gets destroyed, which is exhausted. The exhaustion is only by bhoga. Bhogat eva. Only by bhoga. Whether the person is a jnani or a jnani, bhoga kshaya of prarabdha karma, the exhaustion of prarabdha karma is only by anubhava, only by experience. If it can be exhausted only by experience, then what is the difference between a jnani and an ajnani? There seems to be no difference. Jnani also must undergo the experience of prarabdha karma. Jnani also must undergo the experience of prarabdha karma. So there is no difference. So why should I become a Jnani then? Why should I pursue Vedanta? That is a difference. Jnani doesn't have kartrutvam. The sense of doership is not there for a Jnani. Therefore, no bhoktrutvam. Kartrutvam, that aham karta, it disappears. That is the wrong knowledge, false knowledge. That goes away in the wake of jnanam. When aham karta, the kartrutvam goes away, aham bhokta, I am the enjoyer. That also goes away. When I am not the karta, then how can be a bhokta? I can be a bhokta if only I am a karta. So, therefore, the difference is jnani doesn't have kartrutvam. That is the phalam of jnana. Kartrutvam comes only when you identify with your body, mind, sense, and all this, except Atma. You think that you are this Deha, Mana, Sangata, Karyakarana Sangata, Shariraha, iti. Agam Shariraha, Agam Shariram, not Agam Shariri. Agam Shariri is a Jnanam, Agam Shariraha is Ajnanam. Jnani doesn't have Ajnanam. It's Ajnanam, that is why it's a Jnani. The wake of Jnanam, Ajnanam goes away. When Jnanam comes, Jnani doesn't have Kartrutvam, therefore no Bhoktrutvam. That is the difference between Jnani and Ajnani. And therefore, the exhaustion of Prarabdha Karma by a Jnani is different from an Ajnani. A Jnani knows that he is Atma. Aham Atma. And Atma is Asangaha. Atma is Asangaha, not attached. In the presence of Atma, all the actions take place, but Atma is Asanga. In the presence of Atma, everything is being witnessed, everything is there, but Atma is Asangaha. Therefore, Jnani is Asangaha. Since Jnani knows Aham Atma and Atma is Asangaha, therefore Jnani is Asangaha. Even though Prarabdham continues to exist for a Jnani is Asangaha with regard to the exhaustion of Prarabdha experience. Why should Prarabdha continue? Because Prarabdha already has been set in motion, like the arrow which has been set in motion from the bow. It started moving. It cannot stop in the middle. The momentum has already, it has gained momentum, so it has to move forward. So it's a target. So it has to move on. So therefore, Prarabdha will continue. But Jnani being Asanga Atma, there is a difference with regard to the experience of Prarabdha for Jnani. Asangaha means not attached, not recognizing himself with the body, mind, sense complex under experience. Therefore, a Jnani being Asangaha is Asangaha as the Jnani is Sthula Sukshma Karna Sharirat Vitriktaha Panchakoshatitaha Avastatraya Sakshi Satchidananda Rupaha. This is the definition of Jnani. What is this definition? We have heard this definition many times. In fact, in the beginning of Tattvabodha, we repeated so many times. It is the definition of Atma. And definition of Atma now becomes a definition of Jnani. Why? Because Jnani is Atma. So the Mithya Shariram of Jnani, that will continue to exist. And therefore, Mithya Kartrutvam also exists. Mithya Kartrutvam exists only for transacting with the world. So, Vyavaharika Srishti, that will continue. But Pratibhasika Srishti will disappear. Pratibhasika Srishti will disappear in the wake of Jnanam, Aham Brahma iti. Vyavaharika Srishti is a creation of Ishvara. That is not responsible for Bandha. That is not responsible for Samsara. Jagat, this creation, it is a Mithya Upadhi of Ishvara. That will continue. It is a Vibhuti of Ishvara, that will continue. And it doesn't matter for the bondage of Jiva. What matters is the projection of Jiva. My own projection is what matters. My own Srishti. And Pratibhasika Srishti is what responsible for my samsara, bondage. Aham karta, aham bhokta, aham sukhi, aham dukhi, aham parichinna jivaha. So all these are my projections. They are false knowledge, ajnana. And that is what is responsible for bandha. When I know that Aham Brahma, then all these false projections disappear. Like when you recognize the rope to be a rope, then the rope snake disappears. Then the rope snake will no more threaten you. So you become a jnani with regard to the rope snake. Similarly here, all the projections disappear in the wake of jnanam, and there is nothing to bind me. And therefore I can enjoy Ishvara Srishti. Vyavaharika Srishti, I can enjoy. It will no more be a because of my samsara. In fact, it is not because my pratibhasika Srishti, my own projections are the cause. So now I enjoy the Ishvara Srishti. I am also being a part of the Ishvara Srishti. I enjoy being in order with Ishvara. I am Ishvara. I am not away from Ishvara. Therefore, I enjoy Ishvara Srishti. Mayyeva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati, tad brahma agamasmi advayam. Kaivalya Upanishad. So then I get the knowledge, Mayyeva sakalam jatam. From me everything has come out. In me everything is resolved. In me everything is sustained. And that Brahma I am. Advayam Brahma Agam Asmi. And therefore there is no duality. I am Ishvara. If that is so, like enjoying a dream, a good dream, which is Jiva's own Srishti, I enjoy Ishvara Srishti. Swapna Srishti is due to avidya, that is pratibhasika. That this creation, the dream experience, Swapna Srishti is due to avidya, that is pratibhasika, that is subjective. Whereas Ishvara Srishti is not avidya, it is jnanam. It is the jnanam of Ishvara. Srishti is nothing but the Ishvara jnanam. In Swapna Srishti, I am ignorant. I am ignorant in the dream. Therefore, Swapna Srishti is real for me as long as the Swapna continues. But now I am a Jnani in the Ishvara Srishti. Therefore, being one with Ishvara and Ishvara Srishti, all the glories of Ishvara are my glories. All the glories of Ishvara become my glories. That is what Bhagavan Krishna also says in the 10th chapter of the Gita. When we chanted, we saw that shloka. Yajyad vibhuti matsattvam srimatur vitamevava tattvabodha vagachatvam amatejomsha sambhavam. Whatever the vibhuti, the glories you see, they are all my glories. It is the glory of Jnani. Jnani being one with Ishvara, so the glories, whatever we see in the Jagat, that is a glory of Ishvara, that is a glory of Jnani. And so, this is the mind of a Jnani. Therefore, Prarabdha has no say over Jnani, causing him dukkham asukkham. But he has to undergo. There is no doubt about it, because it has already been set in motion. Okay, up to this we have seen. Then, what about Sanchita Karma? What about Agami Karma? That the author will explain now. So you can repeat the sentence with me. Sanchitam karma brahma eva agam asmi iti nischaya jnanena nashyati.
संचितं
कर्म ब्रह्मैवमिति निश्चयात्मकज्ञानेन नश्यति.
Is it difficult to read? Shall I read again? Okay.
No.
Sanchitam karma brahma eva asmi iti
अहमिति अस्मि इति
eva
अहमिति I have
brahma eva agam asmi iti nischaya jnanena nashyati.
अहम् अस्मि इति निश्चयेन
अनेन नश्यति
ज्ञानेन नश्यति. We have different like
It's okay, no problem. But it's not struggle in reading. Okay. Fine. You can mute your mic now. So, Sanchitam karma brahma eva agam asmi iti nischaya jnanena nashyati. Sanchita karma nashyati. Katam nashyati? Nischaya jnanena nashyati. And what is that nischaya jnanam? Brahma agam eva asmi. Agam brahma asmi iti. Jnanena, nischaya jnanena. Not simple jnana, not just a paroksha jnana. It is nischaya jnana, dridha jnana. It is not just one more fact what we know. It is nischaya jnana. By doing shravanam, mananam and nididhyasanam, so that jnanam becomes so dridha in you that nothing can shake you. Nothing in life can shake you. The knowledge that agam brahma. What is the test field for our jnanam? Only our life experience. When situations comes, we will come to know whether we are jnani or ajnani. You can say when there is no problem, you can say agam brahmasmi. But when problem comes, when there are some situation comes which we can't handle it, then we become alpa jiva. Then that itself shows that the jnanam is not dridam. So therefore, nischaya jnanena eva, nischaya jnanena nashyati. Kim nashyati? Sanchita karma nashyati. Sanchita karma, it gets destroyed by the clear knowledge, by the firm knowledge that I am Brahma. Nischaya jnanena, by definite knowledge. Nischaya jnana. What is nischaya jnanam? Well ascertained knowledge. That is the knowledge, the jnanam which is free from any obstructing factors. Obstructing factors could be a samshaya, it could be a viparyaya. The knowledge can be doubtful. You may doubt that how can I be Brahma? I am Alpa Jiva. How can I be the Brahma, the Jagat Karanam, Ishvara? How can I be? So that is samshaya. Viparyaya is this all the opposed views what we have. Those are viparyaya. That has to go. That goes only by repeated shravanam and mananam and nididhyasanam. So by that your jnanam becomes nischaya, well ascertained. That is that knowledge which is free from any obstacles. So by that jnanam, what nashyati? Sanchita karma nashyati. Sanchita karma. What is sanchita karma? Sanchita karma means the karma which stands in the account of jiva, the accumulated karma. The accumulated karma which is in the account of jiva, which is yet to be fructified. And what kind of nischaya jnanam? Agam brahma eva asmi iti. Agam akarta brahma. Brahma is akarta. Atma is akarta. And by that knowledge, agam akarta atma, akarta brahma. By that knowledge is nischaya jnanam. By that knowledge, sanchita karma nashyati. the person who was responsible for all the karma, in whose account Sanchita karma is standing now, when that person is falsified. When that person is falsified, then what happened to Sanchita karma? Sanchita karma also falsifies, disappears. In falsifying the kartrutvam, the doership, everything is falsified. The jnanam destroys agam karta. When agam karta is falsified, when the doership is falsified, then the karma pala, the sanchitam, what is in his account, that also becomes falsified. Therefore, there is no question of destruction or anything here. No action is involved. That karma becomes, that karma, nobody can claim the karma. The person who has done that karma before becoming jnani, even he cannot claim now. It is like, suppose a person has done a lot of crime, and now this file, his case file is such a big file, the person has done a number of crime. Suddenly the person dies. Now what happens to the crime what he has done? How are you going to punish him? What will the court do? Like what happened in the case of our Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. So the file should be closed. The file is simply closed. Because nobody, now you cannot give punishment to the person who has already gone. So similarly, when Kartrutvam goes, that file of a Jnani in the court of Ishvara, that also must be closed. So after the fall of the Kartrutvam, after the fall of the body of the Jnani, because the Prarabdha has to continue. So till the life, like till the end of the life, till the fall of the body, the Jnani has to undergo Prarabdha. Because once that is over, the Jnani's Sanchita will be closed. So Sanchita includes all the karma, what he has done in this life and also the life before. That is before Jnanam. Before Jnanam, whatever karma he has done, whether in this life or in the previous life, everything will be closed. Everything will become nothing. That will not come in the account of the Jnani anymore. Because the person who is supposed to claim that karma is no more available here. So who can claim that? So it becomes unclaiming. There is no claimant for that karma. Therefore, we say it gets destroyed. Here speaking, there is no destruction. In that sense, it is said it is being destroyed. So that is what happens to the Sanchita karma of Jnana. Now, Sanchita karma we have seen what happens to the Sanchita karma of Jnana. Now comes the Agami karma. What is Agami karma? You know very well. The karma which is done while exhausting the prarabdha karma in this life, that is called Agami. And what happens to that Agami karma of Jnani? That is what we are going to see now. The author will say, you can repeat now. Agami karma api jnanena nashyati.
Agami karma jnanena nashyati.
Kincha agami karmanam.
Kinja agami
karmanam.
Nalini dalagata jalavat.
Nalini dalagata jalavat.
Nalini dalagata jalavat.
Nalini dalagata jalavat.
Jnaninam sambandha nasti.
Jnaninam sambandha nasti.
Okay. Nalini dalagata jalamati. But the same phrase is taken. Kincha agami karmanam nalini dalakata jalavate jnaninam sambandha nasti. Okay. Agami karma api jnanena nashyati. All very simple sentences. Agami karma also gets destroyed by knowledge. Teacher. Further, agami karma, they don't have any connection with the jnani. Jnaninam sambandha nasti. Like the water on the lotus leaf. Nalini, dalagata, jalavat, jnaninam sambandha nasti. Suppose a jnani happens to do any good karma after jnana. Let us say, teaching is a good karma. Teaching is considered to be a punya karma. Shastra patana is a good karma. That brings a lot of punya. So jnani, after jnanam, gives his knowledge in the form of teaching. So he does a lot of teaching, therefore it's all punya karma, and punya will be there for the jnani. And punya is adrishtam, invisible. Therefore, by teaching what he gets punyam. He gathers punyam every day. Even though punyam is born of good karma, but still it is karma only. Therefore, if jnani gains a lot of punya like this, every day he is teaching. Therefore, in order to enjoy this punyam, then jnani has to take shariram. One more shariram he has to take. Similarly, there will be some papa karmas also. Jnanis can also do some papa karmas, not deliberately, not intentionally, because of various activities like walking, eating, and so on. Some imsa, some killing, some papa karma, it's done accidentally. So both punya is there, papa is there. What happens to them? Both of them gets destroyed by the jnanam, agam akarta atma. Therefore, there is no sambandha connection between the agami karma and the jnani. Jnani being agam atma, jnani, he knows that he has a jnanam agam atma, brahmatma. Then, if that is so, then there is no connection between the punya and papa, what he gains in this janma. Who can gain? Jnani doesn't have kartrutva. Then how can he have punya or papa? Between the karta, the doer, and the karma palam, that is result of action alone, that could be a sambandha. Only when karta is there, karma palam will be there, and there is a connection between the karta and the karma palam. The sambandha is there. The karta becomes the enjoyer of the result of karma. But here, jnani doesn't have kartrutva. And therefore, he doesn't have the adrishta palam, adrishta karma palam in the form of punya or papa. Therefore, for a jnani, there is no punya papa through the action what he does in this janma. That is agami karmanam arjitam papa punyam nasti. But what about drishta palam? Drishta palam will be there. Drishta palam it comes under the order of Vyavaghara Shakti of Ishvara. So drishta palam will be there, but adrishta palam will not be there. So whatever karma you do, there will be immediately some result. If a jnani is hungry, he will eat food. If he is thirsty, he will drink water. He walks and moves. Suppose jnana is invited, he goes to the function. So all these are drishta palam. If jnani is hungry, he eats food. So that is by eating food, the hunger of the jnani gets appeased. So that is drishta palam. And that eating action gives a certain result, a satisfaction. So it's all purely drishta palam. But adrishta palam in the form of papam and punyam, what the jnani gains by his action, which transforms into situations which one experiences in the form of sukha or dukkha, that is not there for a jnani. Therefore, by the same jnanam, which was responsible for destroying the sanchita karma, agami also gets destroyed. Even though jnani seems to be doing karma because he has body, mind, sense complex, but there is no real karma on the part of the jnani as he is Brahma, as is Atma. Therefore, sambandha nasti, sambandha between the Karta and karma phalam is not there. Karta itself is not there. Then what sambandha could be there? Therefore, the karma phalam of the jnani, that agami karma phalam of the jnani will remain without any claimant. Nobody to claim the karma phalam. Therefore, nalini dalagata jalavat jnaninam sambandha nasti. Nasti. Sambandha nasti. No connection. Like what? Nalini dalagata jalavat. Like the drops of water on the lotus leaf. The lotus leaf will hold water, but the water cannot wet the lotus leaf. Nalini dalagata jalavat. Vat means like. Jala means water. So, jalavatu means like the water. Like the water which is obtained on the nalini dala. Dala means petal. Nalini lotus petal. Like the water which is on the lotus petal, as it is not connected to the lotus petal. There is no sambandha between the water droplets and the lotus leaf. So too, the same way, there is no connection between the jnani and its karma. Even though water is there very much on the lotus petal, but petal cannot be wet. A petal cannot be wet by the water like a cloth. So jnani is like that lotus petal. That is why that upamana is given. Even in Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karotyah lityasena sapapena Patmapatra Nivambasa. Patmapatra. Patmapatra is the same lotus leaf. Patmapatram. Patmapatram is not in any way connected with the water, even though water is there. Similarly, Jnani does action, is very much in action, but there is no sambandha between the Jnani and the karma phalam. Jnani with his karyakrana sangata, the body, mind, senses, he performs action. The body, mind, senses of the Jnani performs action, but Jnani doesn't perform action. That is how it is. Because kartritvam not there. Therefore, Drishtapalam will be there, but Adrishtapalam will not touch him because there is no kartritvam. We know that the agami karma, what is agami karma? Agami karma is a karma which is gathered in this janma itself. For all the people, whether the person is a jnani or ajnani, agami karma means the karma which is gathered in this life. But for a jnani, this agami karma will be different. How it will be different? For a jnani, any punya papam which he gathered in this life up to the point of gaining jnanam, it gets destroyed in the same way as sanchita karma was destroyed. All the past karma in his account gets cleared. Why? Because the person is not available for claiming the karma phala. Why? Because karta nasti. Then you can ask why jnani can't have a new account since he doesn't think agam karta. Even though a jnani may be doing actions, why can't he have a new account? A new account, special account for a jnani. If jnani can have a new account, then what is the use of jnanam? Jnanam has no meaning then. Therefore, no special account for a jnani. But there are certain agamic karmas which materializes for a jnani in this janma itself, for which jnani has no sambandha. Listen carefully. There are certain agamic karma that can materialize for a jnani in the janma itself, but jnani has no sambandha with that karma. Like Nalini Dalagatavat, jnani nam sambandha nasti. I'll explain this. You'll understand. I'll explain with some examples. In general, agami karmas are divided into two types. There are certain types of agami karma which can produce karma palam while living. In this janma itself, certain karma can fructify. There are certain agami karmas that need not materialize in this janma. It means it can materialize in the next janma or the life after death, whatever may be the gati, whatever may be the destination, that can materialize there. For example, a person he wants to go to Swarga Loka, Swarga Prapti. So for Swarga Loka Prapti, he does a ritual. He does Jyotishtama Yajna. Because Swarga Loka is attainable after death, and therefore you have to do the yajna while living, not after death. You want to go to Swarga after death, for which you are doing the yajna, that yaga, now. So, the karma in the form of a ritual is done now, while living. But the karma pala of this agami karma, that the karma of Jyotishtama Yajna, what you did, that is agami karma, the result of that karma will come after death only. The result of that karma will come after death. So this is one type of agami karma. The karma that is done now, but the result will come after life, after this life, whether in the next, in Swargaloka or in the next janma. This is one. Suppose the person does putra kameti yajna. Putra kameti yajna, it is done for getting children. When do you do putra kameti yajna? To get children in the next janma? No. The result, that is the putra, is expected in this janma itself, not after death. If it is after death, then who will do karma? So this is one type of agami karma. The karma which is done, the putra kameti yaga, what is done now, the result of that agami karma is expected in this janma itself. So therefore, we have now two types of agami karma. One type of agami karma materializing in this janma itself, and the other not materializing in this janma. It could be after death or in the next janma. Now, that karma which will not materialize in this janma, that karma means karma pala, that karma, it will join sanchita karma. Listen carefully, that karma, that agami karma which will not materialize in this janma, that will join sanchita karma. And we know that for a jnani, the whole bundle of sanchita karma is destroyed in the wake of jnana. And therefore, along with that sanchita karma, the agami karmas which join the sanchita karma, they are also destroyed. They are also destroyed. So, one type of agami karma gone for a jnani. Then what about the other type of agami karma? What happens to the agami karma which is supposed to bear result in this janma itself? Being a jnani doesn't claim those agami karmas also, because he doesn't think agam karta. So, the agami karma which is supposed to bear result in this life, that karma, since jnani is agam akarta atma, therefore that agami karma also doesn't have. If they are not claimed by jnani, then that karma must go somewhere. Where will that agami karma in the form of papa punya go? That is what the author says now. You can unmute and repeat after me. Kinchaye jnaninam stuvanti.
Kinchaye jnaninam stuvanti.
Bhajanti archayanti.
Bhajanti archayanti.
I split a sandhi. Kinchaye jnaninam stuvanti. Bhajanti archayanti. Tan prati jnani kritam.
Tan prati jnani kritam.
Agami punyam.
Agami punyam gacchati.
Listen. Such sentences I should have given you for translation. Simple. Ye jnaninam nindanti.
Ye jnaninam
Nindanti.
Dvishanti.
Dvishanti.
Dukkha pradhanam kurvanti.
Dukkha pradhanam kurvanti.
Tan prati jnani kritam.
Tan prati jnani kritam.
Sarvam agami kriyamanam yadavachyam.
Sarvam agami kriyamanam yadavachyam.
Yadavachyam karma.
Yadavachyam karma.
Papatmakam tat gacchati.
Papatmakam tad gacchati.
Okay, you can mute now. The agami punyam of jnani, we are talking about the agami karma which are supposed to materialize in this janma itself for a jnani. So the agami punyam of a jnani and agami papam of a jnani, what happens to those? That is what the discussion is now. The agami punyam of jnani, it goes towards that person who praised the jnani, who served the jnani, who worshipped the jnani. So those punya phala goes to those persons. And the agami papam of a jnani, which he has done before jnana, that will go towards those people who criticize him, who hate him, who cause pain to him, affliction to the jnani. Nindanti, dvishanti, dukkha pradhanam kuruvanti, tan prati gacchati. Avachyam, yet avachyam karma. That is the karma which cannot be even uttered by words. Avachyam karma. Kriyamanam, you can see that at the kriyamanam. That it means that which is being done. So, kriyamanam, sarvam agami kriyamanam, yet avachyam karma papatmakam gacchati. Ye jnanam nindanti, ye jnanam dvishanti, dukkha pradhanam kurvanti, tan prati gacchati. Kim gacchati? Jnane kritam sarvam agami kriyamanam, yet avachyam karma, tan papatmakam prati gacchati. Similarly, ye jnanam stuvanti, bhajanti, archayanti, jnane kritam agami punyam, tan prati gacchati. It goes towards them. That person gains the punyam of the jnani who serves the jnani. That person who causes affliction, pain to the jnani, that to that person, the papam of a jnani will go towards that person. In the Mundaka Upanishad, if you remember, there is a statement. If you remember, the Atmajnam hi archayet bhuti kamaha is there. That is in the third Mundaka. It is the third Mundaka, Prathama Kanda. I think that in the Prathama Kanda of the third Mundaka, it is the last mantra. Yam yam lokam manasa sambibhati vishuddha sattvaha kamayate yanscha kaman tam tam lokam jayate tanscha kaman tasmat atmagyam archayet atmagyam hi archayet bhuti kamaha. So that is what we are interested in. Atmagyam archayet. Here also archayanti is there. There also archayet is there. Bhuti kamaha. What is bhuti kamaha? We have read Mundaka Upanishad. Bhutikamaha means what? Bhutikamaha means one who is interested in gaining bhuti. Bhuti means prosperity. So one who is interested in fulfilling his wishes. So whoever wants bhuti, let him worship whom? Atmajnaha. Atmajnaha archayet bhutikamaha. So let the bhutikama, the person who wants bhuti, let him worship Atmajnaha. Atmajnaha means what? Who is Atmajnaha? Atmanam janati iti Atmajnaha. The one who knows Atma is a Atmajnaha, is a Jnani. So those who worship Jnani, he will have his wishes accomplished, fulfilled. Bhutikamaha bhavati. So if you want your wishes to be fulfilled, then do the archana of Jnani. So those who worship Jnani, like one worships Bhagavan, he will be blessed with bhuti. Because Atmajnaha, that is Jnani, is someone who doesn't look upon himself as a jiva. Therefore, Atmajnaha, that is Jnani, is worshipped like Bhagavan. If you worship Atmajnaha, since Atmajna doesn't have ego, therefore, whatever worship you offer, whatever worship you do to that Atmajna, it will go to Bhagavan only. In fact, that is the idea behind worshipping God in a form, in a murti. A murti doesn't have ego, personal ego. You think the murti is Bhagavan and therefore you worship Bhagavan, and all the offerings what you give to the murti goes to Bhagavan only. And therefore only worshipping Bhagavan in a murti, there is a palam. In the form of a adrishta palam is there. Similarly, worshipping Atmajna, there is palam. Adrishta palam, both are there. For worshipping Atmajna, there is a palam is there. And added to that palam, you get the punya of the Jnani. Jnani's punya of that day, you get it. You are worshipping the Jnani, the living Jnani, the Jnani who lives. If you worship a Jnani, the punya, what it does that day, that you get it. And that is how everyday punya of the Jnani is taken away by the people who worship him, who serve him. Therefore, Jnani doesn't have punya. His punya account is clear, simple. And that's what this sentence is. Those who praise Jnani, those who serve, those who worship, in a ritualistic way, worshipping him with flowers to that person, towards that person, Jnanina punyam gacchati. Similarly, those who censure Jnani, those abuse Jnani with abusive words, those who hate them, those who cause affliction to that Jnani, towards them, whatever papa karma is done by this Jnani, the papa karma could have been because of prarabdha or whatever may be the reason, or the karma which is not even talked about, yet avachim karma, all that agami papam goes to that person. So when we say papa karma, then the question can come: will Jnani do papa karma? The Jnani will not do papa karma, but before Jnanam, he would have done, or the Jnani would have done some. Jnani will be doing some papa karma, not deliberately, not directly. He may not be participating in the papa karma directly, but indirectly it is possible. Suppose a Jnani goes to a house. Somebody invites a Jnani for bhojan. For that day Diksha, somebody invites a Jnani. So he goes to that house because he was invited and he doesn't know the background of the people who invited him for the Diksha. So he goes to the house and asks food. Now, the person who gave him food, you would have earned money through papa karma and uses that money to feed this Jnani. So, what will happen to the Jnani now? The Jnani will be sharing his papa indirectly. The Jnani didn't do any papa karma, but the Jnani has papa karma because he has eaten in the house where the person has earned money through Papa Karma. So Jnani will be indirectly sharing the Papa Karma of that person. That is why we say we should eat in somebody's house where Dharma is followed. But it is difficult to find nowadays who is dharmic, who is adharmic. But generally it is said. That is why even in those days people will eat only in certain houses. Because they know the family background, and they don't know the dharma karya, what they do. So therefore, we should eat only in the house where dharma is being observed. When Bhagavan Krishna he went to Hastinapura to talk to Duryodhana as a messenger event, requesting Duryodhana to give back the half the kingdom to the Pandavas. When he went, Krishna was offered food by Duryodhana. Then Bhagavan told him, I cannot eat in your house, Duryodhana, because you are committed to adharma. Whatever you enjoy now, it's all you earned by adharma. Therefore, I cannot accept your food. He said, therefore, if the Jnani doesn't, Krishna knows very well, but we are talking about the person, the Jnani doesn't have any, siddhi and all. So you cannot see that whether the person is a dharmic or adharmic person is his vision, but the person is a Jnani. So if the Jnani doesn't know the quality of the person who is offering food to him, then the Jnani may be earning papa indirectly. And also when Jnani walks or when he lies down on the floor, by mistake he may be killing some creatures, possible. Therefore, whatever the papa karma earned by a Jnani, not that deliberately, that papa karma will go to that person who is critical, who hates the Jnani, who uses abusive words for no reason, who cause affliction to the Jnani. To that person the papa karma will go. A Jnani himself cannot do any favor or disfavor for what people do to him. For him, everything is Dharma, everything is Bhagavan, Ishvara. And therefore, Bhagavan has got a different plan for the karma phalam of the Jnani. And therefore only Jnani's punya goes to that person who do seva to him, and papa goes to that person who harm the Jnani. The Jnani, he doesn't retaliate. He cannot even curse other person because he doesn't have any kartrutvam. So he cannot even punish, even the worst person he cannot punish. But the law of karma has to work. Therefore, the people who harm the Jnani, he gets a punishment. And the person who serves the Jnani, he gets the punya of the Jnani. That is how the whole order of Bhagavan is. Therefore, if any papam and punya is there in the account of the Jnani, that is agami papa punya, in the form of sukha and dukkha, it is there. What will happen to them? It will be distributed, but also given to the people. So that the Jnani's account is now clean and doesn't have balance. It's a nil balance. In this way, the Jnani's prarabdha is destroyed, Sanchita also destroyed, and Agami is the two type of Agami. One type of Agami goes to Sanchita and gets destroyed. Other type of Agami, Karma, it is distributed to the people who, in the form of who does the favor or who is not favor, who does disfavor to the Jnani in the form of Papa and Punya. That is how the whole order of Ishvara is. So that the Jnani doesn't have any Papa Punya balance in his account. His account being clean, and therefore he doesn't have Punar Janma. That is the benefit of Jnanam. So another two more sentences are there that we will read in the next class. Probably the next class, Tattvabodha class will be over. So after that, we can have a quick summary of the whole Tattvabodha, maybe in another two classes. So that will complete our study of Tattvabodha. So we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you, Ji.